sis, Nurse Germz here, and welcome back to my channel. The introduction is quite obvious, so if you are having the same situation with me, know that it's perfectly normal to feel sad, guilty, nostalgic, or even excited about leaving your job. However, though giving yourself time to process all your emotions is just as important as finding a new job, do note that it's typically easier to make the transition to a new career path while still employed. Thus, for today's video, we'll be talking about how to transition to a new job while still being employed in your current job. With the ongoing pandemic, we really can't afford to have a enjoy now moment, find a new job later, and maybe suffer forever. There are a lot of people who have become unemployed caused by the current situation. We don't want to contribute more. So if you don't find meaning to your job anymore and have plans of leaving, keep watching. On the other hand, I will be putting timestamps in the description below for every single part that I will be going to discuss, so you could skip to each individually. Now let's create a game plan. First, have a clear objective. Know the reason why you quit. Ask yourself how you can solve it. Then set an objective. Let's start with why. It's just that lately I can't anymore distinguish between a home and a workplace. Due to the stress and toxicity that I bring from the workplace, I don't anymore feel home despite being home. Do you get what I mean? As a previous nurse manager, I get calls every now and then, even on my day offs. What I hated most was one time when I was in church, someone's calling me and I sent an automatic text message, "Please text me," and the other end strictly replied that she was against text messaging since it was an urgent matter. So I sent another text message to call the officer in charge instead, since I was still in church. Later on, I discovered that the urgent matter was all about the water leaking at the guard's entrance caused by our RO, and she wants us to get it fixed. On a Sunday, our fixed day off, and we're nurses. The fact that she was on duty that time, why won't she facilitate it herself? I'm not really complaining about tasks, responsibilities, and lapses. It's just that sometimes it's about how these things are being delivered that makes everything toxic. And with the ongoing pandemic, when you're bombarded with problems such as where to put all the COVID cases for dialysis, here's an urgent matter about water leaking on a Sunday. So my reason is the overall toxic working environment. And since I am working in a hospital, this can probably be solved by avoiding any future position in a hospital. So this leads me to aim for a new working environment that promotes a work-life balance, which is a work-at-home job. Second, ask from your friends or other people regarding your venture. Did you know that many of the best jobs are never advertised? They are filled by candidates who learn of them by the word of mouth from friends, former colleagues, and even ex-bosses. I am a blogger and have once worked as a virtual assistant, so my network mainly consists of bloggers too who are already working at home. However, don't limit your network because you can never know your future job may be endorsed within the circle of your family. I got mine, by the way, from my niece. Third, update your resume. But first, search all the jobs you want and you are qualified of, then update your resume and customize it, including your cover letter according to the job you applied for. What I meant, you might want to add some in your skills just to add some factor to your resume, and never use the same cover letter to all the jobs you're applying for. This is the most dragging part in my case. It has been 5 years since I've worked online, so my resume really needs a lot of revamping. Fourth, start sending your applications. Just a reminder, you should still be employed at this stage. As I previously mentioned, it's typically easier to make the new transition to a new career path while still employed. Especially at this stage, you can never expect all the jobs you applied for will immediately give you a feedback. If necessary, you can make a list just to keep track. Out of the first 5 jobs that I've applied for, only 1 responded, and this lasted for about 2 weeks. Afterwards, I got another call and never got a call again, even they promised. And the longest that I had was after a month. 5th, have an open mind. Now you are at the point of choosing which job. You got a job offer, however, the salary is lower than your current. Have an open mind. Though the offer is low, ask yourself, do you already have another option for you to have the luxury to decline it? Not yet. So keep the line open until you get a better offer. This is the most critical stage. Leave the position behind. When starting anew, you will likely start from the bottom. So don't expect to get the same pay and benefits from your current. So go back to the first step as to the reason why you quit. The reason is your current job. Sometimes this is also the stage that lets you realize if you can still hold on to your current job. This is true since I've reached to a point that I actually want to do both jobs at the same time. That would mean more income. So I tried doing things to actually improve the working environment of my first job. However, it isn't really helping and the stress is getting bigger and bigger. So I finally made my decision. Now it's time to 6th, plan the date of your resignation. If you can still extend your current job while simultaneously training to your new job, do it. Or estimate the days when you will be receiving the first pay of your new job, so the gap of the last salary from your current job would not be that long and you would not be having a hard time paying for your monthly dues. That's it. Hope you learned something from this video. If yes, don't forget to click like, leave a comment for video suggestions, and of course subscribe to my channel. I'll be uploading more videos about my job transition, so stay tuned as I take you with me in discovering nursing career. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.